Hi guys, I'm doing this video. This is the first time I ever do a video on YouTube or any kind of upload on YouTube. Basically, I wanted to do this video on cholestasis of pregnancy. When I was pregnant, I was diagnosed with cholestasis of pregnancy when I was 25 weeks in my pregnancy. And I couldn't understand what it was or why did I get it. And I tried to look for a lot of research online. And I tried to look on here on YouTube, but I couldn't find any videos about information. So I think it's helpful that I kind of do a video for people that do suffer it. Basically, if you have cholestasis, you know it's somehow of bile acids that are like in your blood system. And somehow they're very dangerous because if those bile acids, since they are in your blood, they could somehow get to your baby, and that will make the baby become stillbirth, which is babies that are born dead. So when the way I found out I had cholestasis was because I started becoming like super itchy in my body when I was pregnant. Like I had this itch all over my body that I couldn't stand. It was like if I was wearing a shirt full of hairs. So I couldn't even sleep. It was like horrible. Like I even like how much I scratched, I made myself bleed in my legs. I had very bad scarring in my legs from all the scratching that I would do when I was pregnant, especially when I was when I was able to sleep, I would scratch in my sleep, so I would know how bad I was scratching, that I scarred myself. So I went to my doctor and I told him that I had this severe itch. So he told me it was probably an allergic reaction. I had maybe something that I ate, and then maybe I had ate pork, so that's what was making me itchy. So I tried everything, all of the things to make the itch go away. I tried fighting every single anti-itch creams that I could find. I took baths in oatmeal. I took Benadryl, which was supposedly for the allergy that I was taking, but none of it worked. It was horrible. It's a horrible itch you can't understand. So basically my doctor then, he assumed that I might have had cholestasis of pregnancy, which is really rare. I think like 1 in 100 women get it. And I think it's mostly that it's more likely that Latinas have it. So he went ahead and did some blood tests on me. And yeah, I did have very high bile acids in my blood. So one thing that helped me out a lot was he prescribed these pills. They're called Ursodio capsules, and I started taking these. I think I was supposed to take 1 capsule 3 times a day. So I was taking them 3 times a day. When I started taking this took my itch away like in 2 days. I stopped itching completely. They did another test on me to see how my blood result was, and it was, I say from 90, my doctor said from 90%, it went down to like 10%. So this basically is what helped me out a lot. Once again, they're called Ursodio capsules. And basically what I had to go through when I had cholestasis is, you can't be stressed out. If your baby gets stressed out, then that makes the baby go to the bathroom in your stomach, and there's a high risk that the baby might eat the poop and die. That's what causes the stillbirth. So I would have to go to the hospital, and they were monitoring me for about an hour every week to make sure that my baby wasn't stressed out. And they also injected me some hormones, and that's what helped. That's what helped her lungs produce faster. So in case they had to like induce me as an emergency to do C-section, then her lungs would be well formed to for her to have like a more possibility of living. Because when I was diagnosed with cholestasis, I was 5 months. So the doctor told me that if he were to put me into labor, it was California. There's a law in California that you could be induced at 5 months, but there's a 50% chance of the baby dying and 50% of the baby living. So he said he was going to try out to see how the capsules would work out, and like I said, they were like phenomenal. I did take it for the rest of my pregnancy, and luckily I was 37 weeks when they induced my labor. So they said that the closer you are to your due date, it's more high risk for the baby because it gets closer for them to poop inside your stomach. So he wanted that. So after that, here is my big healthy baby, and she did not come. You know, they had to run a test on her to see if the virus had affected her in some way, but thank God they didn't. So yeah, that's what helped me. These pills were the ones that like phenomenally saved me, and you know, they made all the itch go away. I wasn't itchy after when I was pregnant. They said it would go away, and it did. And I was just left with some scarring, but that is nothing to compare to the risk that we had, you know, when I was pregnant. So hopefully it helps you guys out, and if you have any questions, go ahead and feel free to ask. Okay, thank you.